Hey everyone, Value Add Mike here today to discuss leasing and how it's changed from a year ago to today. For those who don't know, my name is Mike Taravella, Value Add Mike, and me and my business partners manage over $100 million in commercial real estate, specifically in the multifamily sector. And today I wanted to share what we're experiencing with leasing. So overall, our whole portfolio is 94% occupied, but we have 3 properties that are below 90% occupancy. And I think the biggest reason for that is leasing. So leasing a year ago, I felt like everyone was having record rents, high occupancy, but the market has quickly changed in the time period since then. Before, you could have people just show the door or even pictures, and people would lease the units. But now we're getting back to fundamentals in terms of operations. So prospective residents want a smooth, easy process to lease units. They want clean units. They want safe units. Obviously, those are the bare minimum when we look at a property. But more importantly, now more than ever, they're relying on customer service, the ability to answer questions quickly, frictionless leasing. And so we've just been really honing in on those day-to-day operations and making sure our leasing team is doing what they're supposed to. So anyone can look at pictures and whatnot to show a unit, but what we're really grounding into is, does our leasing team have the same customer service level than it does a higher end experience? Because we know when prospects are touring units, the availability, the ability to answer questions, having high grade amenities is super critical when leasing units, because we're just in a much more competitive space. So for our properties, we want to make sure we come in as owners and make sure, what is the highlight of the property? Who is going to lease these units? And how do we make sure we're in the right space? In terms of marketing, because property managers are quickly to go cut rents, lower rents. But I think it's important to understand your value proposition in the housing market, because for one example, one of our properties is below 90% occupancy, and we're one of the only facilities with a dog park. So we're really just making sure that we're being optimized, understanding our value proposition to our residents, and just making sure our property management team is doing it. So as owners, what does that mean for us on the general partner side? We're secret shopping our units. We're doing site visits. We're having secret agents come in and check and see what their feedback is. And the biggest thing we found is that leasing agents now are not asking if they're applying, or making sure that they're just showing the unit and saying you can apply online. Because as Grant Cardone says, if you never ask, you'll never get the sale. And so we're regrounding in those fundamental things and making sure our leasing agents know, our property management team knows. Because if you get a lot of lead flow but no one's applying, there's definitely an error in the process. And that's my jam, is to find that problem and make sure we're fixing it as quick as possible. So leasing is a little bit different. There's a lot more options for residents. And so we just want to make sure that we're handling that problem systematically and just seeing where that problem is in the chain. And so if this video got you, make sure you like, comment, subscribe to the channel. We have our weekly newsletter in the description, so make sure you subscribe to that. And until then, we'll see you next time.